Good evening. Welcome to Star Talk. I'm Ken Eccles, and we're happy to have you with us on the program tonight. We love to hear from you. There are a couple of ways that can, actually, there are three ways that can happen, but I only want you to use two. One way is the phone. There's a phone number up there that you can call. The second way is to email me at keneckleslive@gmail.com. A third way is for you to show up here and come up the stairs and work your way into my attic, but don't do that one. I'm going to rule that one out for tonight. So let's just go with the phone and the email. So somebody is actually on the phone even as we speak. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Well, good evening, Mr. Ken.
Well, good evening to you. Still at large.
Yes, I like.
Still at large, I take it.
Yes, I'm still on. I'm still out in public. Still not been arrested yet.
Okay. So far, so good.
Yeah, I'm still public enemy number one now.
Well, I don't know if you're number one or not. I'm sure you're well up the list. There must be somebody worse than you.
Well, the government's killing all of them. They're arresting the others. So I get the number one spot now.
All right. Well, we'll let that go and just see what transpires. That's not why you called, is it?
No, just called to remind Markham Mayodan, the Masked Singer, tonight, 8 o'clock, on your local Fox station.
Local Fox affiliate. What is it tonight? What is the theme tonight?
Hold on, give me a second. Just hold on. I got to pop up. Okay, hold on.
I mean to make you look it up. I just thought you might know. It was Ozzy last week.
Care Bear Night.
Care Bear Night? Really?
Yeah, Care Bears Night.
Okay. All right.
That's gonna.
Do the Care Bears have that many songs? I'm not really up on the Care Bears repertoire.
I'd rather listen to Rihanna sing.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe they'll have Rihanna night one night then.
Yeah, if they do that, I'm not watching the Care Bear. I'm sorry, can't do that.
All right. Well, no. Let's not cast aspersions on the Care Bear. I assume you spoke with the Philippines today.
Not yet. I'm getting ready to. So I'm going to make it short tonight, so everybody will be happy.
Don't worry. Be happy.
Yeah. Don't worry, people. Be happy. And to you know who too.
To him too. We understand that.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Well, I just wanted to let my friend, who I might be calling him to come to another meeting. We might have to have another meeting. It's one of those secret meetings.
All right. Well, you don't want to say too much about that. I'm sure he will watch the skies for the signal that means there's going to be a meeting.
Yes. Well, it's one of those you can't discuss the meeting after the meeting.
Then stop discussing it.
Well, I'm not giving you no details. It's probably going to be about the Philippines.
Tonight, we'd like to discuss something that we can't discuss. Okay. Well, have a good call.
Well, bye, sir. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Let's try this one. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, Early Bird. How are you?
Oh, I'm just hanging in there. That's all I can do.
That's what we're all doing. I got a fan in. I had to get a fan in here today because it's getting hot in this attic.
Yeah, it's going to get cold in the morning, though.
I know. I'll have to take the fan out.
Let me ask you a question, Ken.
What is it?
Would you get in a car that ain't nobody driving it?
You know, that's a good question. I've thought about that. I've never had the opportunity to do it. I'm going to say that I would be hesitant. I might do it, but I certainly would hesitate first. I don't know for sure that I'm going to say that's 65% probability that I would do it, but I don't know. Would you?
Okay, well, No, sir. It's about like now you flew probably, but I don't fly either. I wouldn't even get in an airplane. But
Now, yeah, I
it
do
just showed
fly.
too.
I will fly,
Huh?
but will I get in a
Yeah.
car going down Highway 29 with nobody driving it? I don't know.
Or 135.
Or even 135, or even Washington Street. I don't know.
It showed two girls getting in one of them cars, no driver, and it pulled out there in oncoming traffic and was going the wrong. They asked them girls would they do it again. They didn't say yes and they didn't say no. I know I wouldn't get in one at all. It ain't no 65% for me. I'm gonna just tell you no.
Well, there will come a day. There'll come a day when all that will be perfected, and maybe all cars will be like that, and they will have worked out all the bugs and all the potential problems. That day will come. It's not. I don't think it's here yet, though.
Well, they got them things that fly now. You pick you up and take you where you want to go in the sky.
Oh,
You
I
know,
know.
they getting ready to do that. It's getting ready to be like the Jetsons, that cartoon.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
getting just like that.
the thing of it is, they never had a wreck in the Jetsons.
No, I know. This ain't no wreck the Jetsons.
No, when they got out their pens and pencils and drew the Jetsons, they didn't draw any wrecks in there. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'll be as confident in mine as the Jetsons were in theirs.
And the police officer was riding like a motorcycle.
I'm telling you, it's
But they
crazy.
didn't have no wheels. Oh man,
It's
I
crazy.
tell you something.
I mean, I know it's
just saw
coming. I know it's the future,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I'm ready.
Yeah. No, I won't never be here when it happens. But I mean, I see what's going on now. But ain't no way I get in a car, nobody driving that thing. It ain't no. I'd be a nervous wreck. I'd be
Yeah.
a nervous wreck, kid. It'd be about like getting on an airplane. Never been on an airplane, but I told a friend of mine he wanted me to fly to Texas with him, and I can't fly, man. I said I'm scared to get on them things. I'd like to get on and look at them, see what they look like on the inside. But
Yeah.
I said, Rick, I believe when that thing start taking off, I'd probably have a heart attack.
Well, I do
mean, I
okay
don't
fly.
know.
Flying doesn't really bother me much, but somebody's driving the plane though. but
Yeah,
a car with
right.
nobody driving it, that's different.
Yeah, they ain't got nobody on the ground using that control like them what you call it.
Oh,
But anyway, I'll let you go. I just thought I'd ask you that question.
okay, well, thanks.
I thought you're welcome. Thank you. Bye bye.
Appreciate your call. No, I'm not ready for. I don't think. Now, I've never been presented with the choice. Nobody's ever shown up. Nobody's ever sent a self-driving vehicle to pick me up, and I've never had to actually make the decision to get in it. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I would. Don't know. So there. Phone line is open. There is the number. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, it's Mark from Maydan.
Hey, Mark.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
That's good. I'm doing okay, I guess. I want to thank Charles from Danville for reminding me of the Masked Singer tonight.
Good.
I guess I have to watch the Care Bear thing tonight.
Well, it's Care Bear night, so that's what they're doing. That's what we'll watch.
Yeah. And my mom, she's working at Checkers tonight. She'll be working tomorrow too, whatever.
Okay. Well, I hope she gets some good tips.
Yeah. Who else got who else picked a car right now?
Well, I'll tell you. I'll read a list. Here's a list right here. You have the 5, Early Bird the 19, Charles the 1, Ralph the 22, Leon the 17, Mr. Pelham has the 19, Wild Turkey 101 the 77, Citizen D the 24, Jack the 20, Nature Boy as the 22, Lady in Black the 20, Captain Midnight the 19, Avenger the 11, Mr. NASCAR the 45, Pretty Man the 24, and Mr. Leaksville has just taken the 5. So there they are.
Is that all of them, or do you need to hear from somebody else?
Missing somebody? Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I just wonder. I know if you got them all or not.
We're missing 2. I've got 16 here, so there are 2. I'm not sure exactly who they are right offhand. But there's
The
2 missing.
liberal.
Oh, yeah. We're missing the liberal. Don't have the liberal yet. And I don't think we have Mr. Draper yet. The
Yeah.
liberal and Mr. Draper.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Ken.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Would you get in?
Yeah.
Would you get in a car with nobody driving it?
Oh no.
Okay.
I'll fly. I'll fly, but I won't get in a car with no driver.
All right. So Mark sounds pretty decisive there. Thanks for calling, Mark.
All right. Thanks.
So far, the consensus is we'll fly, but we will not get in a driverless vehicle. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please. Hello? Hello? I don't think they're going to say anything. So we'll just move on. Phone line is open. Well, not now. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Ken, I hate to call you back, but who did you say I took?
I said you took the 19. Is that not right?
Who drives that?
Chase Briscoe.
No, I took Daddy Hamlin.
Okay, wait a minute. All right, I know exactly what happened. I wrote 11 and I made it look like 19. So thank you.
Okay, I thought you had to. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Ken. Bye.
Thanks. Yeah, when I wrote that second one in the 11, I put a little loop on top of it, made it look like 19. When I've written it this time, I've put a little loop on the end of it to make it look like the 12. So mark that out too. And Early Bird, and this is official, Early Bird has the 11, Denny Hamlin. All the rest of them I think I got right. I think numbers are hard. You know, I've always had trouble writing numbers. They're just a big challenge for me, for whatever reason. I have a couple of emails over here to look at, and not only will I look at them, I'll read them. Mr. Leaksville here, give me the number 5 this weekend. We've got that in. This one says, Ken, I read that Phil Berger has set up a legal fund in case he wants to sue somebody. Have you heard about that? And who in the world would he sue? Yeah, I have heard that Senator Berger has now set up a legal expense fund to collect money to pay for possible lawsuits. Who might the senator think about suing? And I'm also told Sam Page has done the same thing, but I think they both have legal expense funds set up now. At least that's what I've heard. Well, you know, who knows which way this is going? Things that could be. So, what are possible points in a possible lawsuit about this election? You know, they could argue about provisional. They could argue that some provisional ballots that were counted shouldn't have been counted, or vice versa. They could argue that. They could argue about interpretations of the law regarding overseas ballots, which they still have to count. In fact, I think the last day for counting overseas ballots is tomorrow. They could argue about almost anything that is in the law pertaining to elections. They could argue about that. I mean, you can raise a point of procedure on anything. You may or may not have a good case when you raise that point of procedure, but there's no limit as to what you can argue when it comes to an election. They could argue, say, the first machine count goes a certain way, which it will, and then they ask for the hand-eye thing, and they do that, and then they might have some problem with the way the hand-eye thing is done, and they could argue that. Then if they end up doing a full hand count, they could argue that that it wasn't done properly for any number of reasons. I mean, we can sit here until midnight and speculate about things they could sue about. So there's a lot of things they could sue about, and there are some number of things that somebody, I think we can safely say, will sue about. So in anticipation of that, both candidates, I am told, now have legal expense funds. So that if you have a favorite candidate in that race, and if you would like to help that candidate pay his lawyers, and lawyers don't work cheap as a rule, then you'll be able to contribute to do that. One point that could be fodder for a lawsuit is Sam Page has asked that Dave Bolick, the state auditor, recuse himself. Dave Bolick of the state auditor now, the General Assembly set it up so the state auditor actually oversees the State Board of Elections. And Sam Page has requested that Dave Bolick recuse himself from any activity, any participation in this election, because he argues that Dave Bolick is too close to Phil Berger. So that's the kind of thing that a lawsuit could be filed over. It's a virtual wonderland of potential legal issues when you've got an election where the two candidates are divided by 23 votes. There's just no end. It's limited only by the imagination of the attorneys. And attorneys, in my experience, have really broad imaginations. They can think of a lot of things. Emailer asks, Ken, is it... it is a no for driverless car for Citizen D. But I have been in a car and allowed it to park itself. Testing it out worked great 2 times. And then one time it ran over the parking space by 2 car lengths. Whoa, that doesn't inspire a lot of confidence, does it? Ran over the parking space by 2 car lengths. So no way I am letting it drive itself. I see the pretty man copied my pick this week. Let's not say anything that might get him to call. The pretty man copied my pick this week, so he may have a winner. But the first stage is not going well for me. Citizen D. This particular stage has not been Citizen D's finest. Citizen D, of course, is a 2-time, not 1-time, but 2-time past winner of stages. But he is, I must say, he's not really distinguishing himself in this stage. But this stage will soon be over. 2 races left in this stage. Las Vegas and Darlington, and then we reset and everybody starts at 0 for the first Martinsville race. So no matter how disgusted you are with your performance now, no matter how deep in despair you are about your performance so far in this phase, take heart, because it'll soon be over. And you can do better. Unless you're a pretty man who is in 18th place right now out of 18 players, and I have no doubt will be in 18th place at the end of the second phase as well. But that's pretty man, and it's not fair for us to compare ourselves to pretty man. Stew this Saturday. This catches my eye. Pine Hall Ruritan's stew is this Saturday, March 14th. Remember, they postponed it. Because of the weather back in February. So this is the Saturday for the Pine Hall Ruritan's stew. And I'm going to be caught without the phone. I got the phone number here somewhere. Definitely have the phone number here somewhere. Emailer, can you send me another email with the information and the phone number for the stew? Because it's many pages back in the great book now, and I might not be able to find it. So, emailer, just send me another email and put the phone number in there so people who will know who to call, what number to call for the Pine Hall Ruritans stew this Saturday, March 14th. Just send that along, and I will look for that email and give that phone number as soon as I get it. Hello, Ken. I will absolutely, positively, without question or doubt, and not under any circumstances, get into a car that does not have a driver. It's scary enough, says the emailer, it's scary enough to get into a car with a driver. Well, that's the truth. In some cases, scarier than others. It's scary enough to get into a car with a driver, let alone without one. And that story Citizen D just told about the self-parking car missing by 2 parking spaces, that doesn't make me feel real good about it either. So one of these centuries, people may find it routine to ride around in cars without drivers. There'll probably be flying cars by then, but not me, not this boy, no way in heck, I'll say. Everybody seems to be hesitant to get into a driverless car. Here's another one. The reason they put steering wheels in cars is because there's supposed to be somebody sitting there turning it. So if there's nobody sitting there turning the steering wheel, I will just stay home. Okay, thank you, emailer. It's unanimous. We don't have anybody who's willing to get into a driverless car, apparently. Unless this is somebody who will. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Ken, this is Jerry. I'd just like to say about the TV show The Lone Ranger, the first season. A few years all set 3-part together length movie.
Right. Okay.
And thanks for taking my call, sir.
Well, thanks for calling. I appreciate that. Origins of the Lone Ranger, Texas Ranger John Reed. Ambushed along with his mates, ambushed in a canyon by the Butch Cavendish gang, that pesky Cavendish gang. Ambushed, cowardly ambush of the Lone Rangers. John Reed left for dead, yet he survived and became the Lone Ranger. And yep, that's the origin. And Jerry, I hope you enjoyed that. I've actually been, funny he should mention that, I've actually been watching some Lone Rangers lately. I don't know why. You know, you start up the internet and you start going surfing all over the place, and there's no telling what comes up. And one day, right out of the blue, a Lone Ranger episode came up, one of the good ones with Clayton Moore as the Lone Ranger, and I said, well, I think I'll watch this. So I've watched a few Lone Rangers lately, kind of getting back into that again. Do you remember? I didn't remember from watching the Lone Ranger years ago how often Tonto gets hit in the head and knocked out. I'm surprised Tonto is not in constant concussion protocol, because somebody hits him in the head with something just about every episode. I'm telling you. Here is the phone number. This is for the Ruritans stew this weekend. You can contact Jason Duncan, and the number is 336-409-8501. That's the Pine Hall Ruritans stew this Saturday. 336-409-8501. So if you've been thinking to yourself, I'd sure like to have some stew, here's your opportunity this Saturday. Pine Hall Ruritans, 336-409-8501. Emailer says, "Hey Ken, I wondered, has somebody offered Early Bird a ride in a driverless car? I wonder what got him wondering about that. Has somebody around here got one? If so, I'll ride in it." Okay. Here's one vote for riding in a driverless car. The only one so far. No, I don't think anybody offered Early Bird a driverless ride. I think he was just pondering the question, speculating on what he would do if the opportunity ever came up. I guess he didn't mention that anybody had made him an offer. Hello, Eccles, you idiot. Guess who this mail is from? Hello, Eccles, you idiot. I heard the man from the Philippines talking about. He's not actually from the. He's not from the Philippines, but this is pretty. I heard the man from the Philippines talking about me and saying how I would be the number last person in the race list. But what does he know? Nothing? I don't know. What does he know? Nothing? Hasn't he followed me along in the last race things and seen what skill I have at picking the winners and the drivers? He does not even suspect that if my actual name got known, that I am a person of such statue, S-T-A-T-U-E, a person of such statue in the community, that it would be a sensation for people to know that I am with them in the contest. So I say to the man from the Philippines, ha ha. Oh, that's a real stinger there. I say to him, ha ha, what do you even know? What indeed? So that's the latest from Pretty Man, who is, I will remind you, out of 18 contestants in our race pool this week. Now, if any of you, if your opinions or your actions, has anybody else took the 24? I think he's the only one. No, Citizen D took the 20. That's right. Citizen D took the 24. So it's Citizen D and Pretty Man together in the 24. So we'll see. If I was Citizen D, I would not have a good feeling about that. But we'll see how it all works out. Phone line is open. There's the number up there. You can give us a call at that phone number, or you can send us an email. The email address is kennickolslive@gmail.com, and we'd love to hear from you either by phone or by email. This one is, Ken, is there a woman in the NASCAR contest? I know there's a lady in black, but I don't know if that's actually a woman or if that's just somebody with the name Lady in Black, maybe named after the track in Darlington. So is there, do you know, a lady in the contest? Do you know the Lady in Black? I don't know. I don't know the Lady in Black. So I don't know. I assume Lady in Black is a lady in black or otherwise, but I don't know that for a fact because I am not acquainted with her. If she is a woman, and I kind of think she is, if she is a woman, she would be, to my knowledge, the only one in the contest. Out of 18, I think it's Lady in Black, and then 17 of the rest of us. I shouldn't say us because I'm not in the contest. I believe if she is a woman, and I think she is, to my knowledge, the only one in the contest. But I don't actually know whether I don't know whether she's a woman or not. Hello, caller. You're on the air.
Hello.
What?
Is a hot dog
No, it's not.
well? And
I will acknowledge I have not researched the question.
think you ought to consider some things. At the definitions of
Good.
it says a sandwich is food. Places of
Okay.
What if you go Subway and you get a tuna salad sandwich or
Yeah.
or whatever?
Yeah.
They're slices of
So where are we going
it
with
does
this?
not.
Okay.
It's not sandwich.
That's what I
You
said.
know, are you familiar with the
That's what
National Hot?
I said it's not a sandwich.
Well, that they say think
That's
you
what I
are
said.
going against nature when you
No.
say that it's.
No, I said
Wait
it's
a minute,
not.
I think I've myself.
I think you have, because you've switched sides. You're making my argument now. You want to take a moment to regroup? Hello?
Other my note.
I don't know if you really need to do that or not.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Okay. I think I won that argument. Did I win that argument? I think I actually won an argument because he switched sides. And I believe that makes me the winner. At least that's how I'm going to write it up. Hello, caller. You're
Well,
on.
of all their foolishness that I have ever heard in my life. Like a grown,
Let's not talk about
and he's
it.
sitting in his house, and he's got his dictionary open, and he's reading about hot dogs.
Let's not talk about
Is that what we have come to?
Let's not talk about him, but it's a legitimate question.
Well, I got great grandbaby, a
Okay.
precious little great grandbaby, and I walked into their living room one night, and
Okay.
grandbaby's mother was sitting there watching television with that child.
All right.
And you know what they was watching?
Were they watching me?
It looked like a monkey ate a cigar. Now, is that the best we've got? Precious child on television.
I don't know. It's probably better than this.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing.
Are you laughing at me?
No.
You
No.
you ain't no better than the rest of them.
Nor have I ever claimed to be any better than the rest. Martinsville, we might want to see if we can find that guy who dresses up like a monkey and eats a cigar. We could probably use a boost like that for this show. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Ken, the last two called in, you couldn't hear a word they were saying. They was in and
Oh.
out, in and out. Like them hot dogs. I don't even know what they was talking about.
Oh, no, not again.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
thanks for
I'll
letting me
talk to
know.
you later. Bye.
Thanks. Well, maybe it's just as well that you couldn't hear all of those two calls. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please. Hello. All right. We continue to be perplexed by sometimes when people call and they go in and out. Continue to be perplexed by that. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Ken, how you doing?
Okay.
All right. I think, have anyone taken the 45 yet?
Well, let's see. Somebody did. Mr. NASCAR has a 45.
Oh, okay. Well, let me have it too then.
All right.
No,
remember-
I'm sorry. Retract. Let me have number 11.
All right. That's going to be a $2 charge for changing your number.
I understand.
Okay,
I understand.
I made them to make that clear. Okay, Liberal now has the 11. That is you and Early Bird and the Avenger with the 11.
Okay. The Avenger got 11 too.
Yeah, so that's 3 of you. You want to pick a private number?
No, because I'm running out of $2.
Okay.
Look, I had an answer to my question, and I did watch Fox News today, so I want to let you tell you. But this is what I found out.
What?
That Steve Witkoff, Trump's negotiator, told the news that Putin, I had asked you a question, why would we reward our enemies for helping the people we fighting? Remember, I was asking you that question
Yes.
last night.
Right.
And Trump negotiator Steve Witkoff told the news that Putin told Trump that Russia did not provide intel to Iran. Now, everyone knows that Russia is providing intel, and that KGBs are known for the line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my mind went back to 2018 when Trump said in his own word, if Putin tell me something, I believe him before my intelligence. You remember that? Unquote.
He said he takes Vladimir Putin at his word. Yeah.
well, I mean, but Russia is making a fortune at the high oil prices, and Iran hit, maybe, I don't know if you saw it right before you came on, they hit 2 oil ships in the Strait of Hormuz today.
Yeah.
And
the story that I saw said they had hit 3, so maybe it turned out to be only 2.
Well, I might have missed one. I go against the wisdom of Mr. Eccles now.
No,
so
it's
you
not
probably,
it's just what I heard.
I stand to be corrected.
Okay.
Well, all right, but anyway, didn't they say it was shut down until further notice?
That is the status right now, that they had stopped traffic until further notice. Now, how long that, whether that's a week or a day or an hour, I don't know, but they did say that this afternoon.
Well, I heard that some of the international countries are releasing their oil reserve. Have you heard anything?
Three countries are releasing a total of 400 million gallons of oil from their reserves to try to stabilize the market.
Yeah. Have you heard anything about our country releasing any?
We've talked about it, but to this point, as far as I know, we have not made a release from our strategic oil reserve yet, although I do think it's something they're discussing.
Well, we should have been the first call. We're the one that caused this fiasco. So we should have been the first one to open up the gates, Ken. But look, I saw too on a financial report obtained by the New Republic showed that last year Hexet spent $2 million for Alaskan king crab, 6.9 million worth of lobster tail, 15.1 million on ribeye steaks, and 225 million for furniture.
Right.
A Steinway grand piano worth, I don't know what that was, but
$98,000 for the piano.
that's why they call you the wise man. Yeah, but he has a spending habit, doesn't he?
Well,
I mean, that's huh?
here's what they're doing, and this did happen, and it's happened before. When they get to the end of a fiscal year, and probably every government agency does this, when they get to the end of the fiscal year, if they realize they have not spent all of the money that they were allocated for the fiscal year, they go nuts. They try to spend every penny of it because they're afraid if they don't spend as much as they were allocated, their allocation will shrink in the next fiscal year. And that's why, spending goes out the window near the end of a federal fiscal year because they try to exhaust their budgets. And that's how it happened at the Pentagon.
Well, see, Ken, these are extenuating circumstances now, like the way inflation is and the way the economy is. It's kind of bad for them to put us on sardines, and then they start eating lobster tail, don't you think?
I think that I probably deserve the lobster as much as the politicians do, but they don't send me any.
All right, Ken. Well, look, I enjoy your show, but I hope the handwriting on the wall, and I hope it's whenever the next election, whoever people choice, we'll try to get people with more sense. I know there's no perfect politician, but Claire, this is the craziest mess I've seen in my life, and I'm older than you, Ken.
Oh, I doubt that.
I enjoy your show. Thanks, Ken.
Well, thanks for calling. I doubt seriously that you're older than me. Not to start an argument here, but I'd have to see some documentation on that. Oh, and don't forget the $2 for switching your number. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you, Ken. Taking my call.
Sure.
He's a nice guy.
Hey, nice guy.
Look, I asked you a question a couple weeks ago about Andy Griffith.
Right, I remember.
Asked you to check and see if the information I had was correct or just obvious something he'd done.
All right. Well, here's what I did. I couldn't get to the article because it's behind a paywall, and I'm not a subscriber, so I couldn't read the particular article. But I looked up everything I could find where anybody who ever worked with Andy Griffith talked about him. And you can find a lot of stuff because he's worked with a lot of people, and a lot of those people have talked about him. And here's what I read. Some people, for example, Ron Howard and Don Knotts, said he's a great guy. They just loved him and always got along with him and treasured the time, the chance they had to work with him, and just went just effusive in their praise of him. Some of the others, like one unnamed person who had worked with Andy Griffith, said he was very hard to get along with, that he was moody, that he was given to fits of anger when things didn't go right, and that he would yell at people and really give people a hard time. So I guess what I found was a mixed picture. Some people said they loved him. Some people said they didn't.
I was just wondering if he said the things that they put in the paper that he said.
Well,
I hope
I don't know. Nothing that I found. If he actually said those things in real life, it was not reported or described by anybody in any of the articles that I found. I didn't see any of that.
Okay. I'll just assume he's a nice guy then.
Well,
Go with that.
probably we can assume he's like the rest of us, and he has good days and bad days.
Okay, well, look, I appreciate you taking my call.
Well, thanks, nice guy. How are you feeling? Are you better?
I'm a little bit better, and I'm not going to get a whole lot better. If I can
Okay.
just stay the same, I'll be happy.
All right. Well, we'll pray for that then, and thanks a lot.
Okay. Goodbye.
Good night. Oh, it's getting kind of late. Phone line is open up there. You can give us a call, and we'll hope that people will be able to hear your entire call, because we're really getting puzzled by phone issues here. But be that as it may, you can give us a call at that number, or you can email us at keneckleslive@gmail.com. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken. How you tonight?
Hey, doing good. How are you?
I'm still alive.
Good.
I just, like last night, I just come in about 7:30. I just got through cleaning up and cutting metal and welding today.
All right. Did you get a lot done?
Yeah, I finished what I started working on this morning. I sure did.
Good.
Building a jack for the bottom of my boat.
Okay.
It goes across from one side to the other on the metal rigging,
Yeah.
and it's got two rods in the middle, threaded, and they go down on the stringers in the bottom of the boat, which is what everything mounts to.
Uh-huh.
And then the threaded rods have nuts and washers on both sides. And then you run the nut at the bottom up, and that threaded rod goes down and pushes the bottom down with a little crown in the bottom.
Now, is that something you use when it's on the water, or is that to lift it up so you can work on it?
No, that's to use in the water. That's to make it ride on the water like it should, real freely, instead of glued to the water.
Okay.
I've got one jack in it up front, and I put another one in it now. I can tell, what it needs by running it around the yard.
Well,
I can tell the drag on the bottom and how many RPMs I got to turn to move it on dry land.
all right. Well, we're going to see it on the water one of these days, I hope.
Yeah, it'll be one of these days. All right, doggone it, I can't do but so much. You cotton picking one less than one lung and whole right shoulder. I can use that grinder a little bit, and I can't pull the trigger on it with my right arm, right hand.
Well,
I guess
with everything you're up against, you're blessed to be able to do what you do.
Oh, I thank the Lord the whole time I'm doing something like that. I don't get mad at myself or nothing.
Good.
I just kick right along with it. If I mess up, I go, well, I didn't mess up. I'm just practicing.
Okay. Yeah, I've always used that strategy too when I do something wrong.
Yeah.
That was just practice. Get it right this time.
Yep. I'm just practicing. Well,
Are you gonna get in the 4th of July parade?
yeah.
Okay, don't wait too late.
What do you mean wait too late?
I mean, didn't you wait too late last year? Too late to get in?
Yeah, I didn't have my boat prepared.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you just missed the deadline last
It
year.
had been sitting and it was filthy and needed pressure washing and all kind of stuff like that, and I didn't have time to do it.
Because
So I just said, well, I ain't gonna.
I heard a lot of people comment on it that year you were in the parade over here. A lot of folks commented on it. I think they'd like to see it again.
Yeah, well, you remember then how it looked kind of, and now it's got a grass rake on the front. Well, I think it did then, didn't it?
I don't know.
It was the colored metal on the front of the boat.
I guess it did. I'd have to go look at my video to know for sure.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure it did because I worked on it that night just before painting it. Then the next day I took it off and sandblasted all the paint off so I could have it powder coated.
So you painted
And,
it and then you sandblasted the paint off.
I painted it only for the 4th of July parade. I painted it with the Hugger or Grabber green and then misted it with metal spec blue. And that's my specific color
Well,
that I make.
we're out of time.
Okay, well, give me number 24. I know a couple of guys that might take Byron. I sent you an email, but yeah.
Okay, you got it. It's in the
I ain't
book.
had time to look at nothing today or yesterday. I wasn't prepared, so I just give me him.
Well, he's probably a safe choice. Thanks.
Yeah.
Good night.
Okay. Have a good night. Thank you.
too.
Bye-bye.
And that is all the time we have for Star Talk. I want to one more time mention the stew this Saturday because people care about stew. The Ruritans stew this Saturday, 14th, Pine Hall Ruritans. The number to call is 336-409-8501. And that's this Saturday, and that's all I have. We're on the air Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. I hope you'll join us next time. Thanks for watching. I'm Ken Eccles.